Hi everyone, I am back. This is Gaming Insurrection Editor-in-Chief Lyndsey Hicks, and I am pleased to report that Gaming Insurrection is now off hiatus. We are back. We have been on hiatus since, I don't know, last year because I was getting closer to finishing school, which I did. I finished school in uh, May of 2020, so a few months ago, just a few months ago. So now that means I can get back to doing Gaming Insurrection. I can do more videos. I can do more issues as I had been doing, but I haven't been able to do anything up to this point because there was just so much stuff going on with school and trying to finish that last degree. So here I am. I'm happy to report that school went well. I have gotten my degree in accounting as well as my degree in journalism that I previously had. So I am now a dual bachelor's degree holder. I have two bachelor's degrees, one in accounting, one in print journalism. I haven't used that print journalism degree in some time in terms of employment. However, I do use it here for Gaming Insurrection, so I intend to continue to use it. It worked well for me for 10 years, so here we are. I have to use that accounting degree. I'm going to be starting all over again, with using that degree in a whole new field. So there's that. I am looking forward to getting started in the field. And I don't anticipate going on hiatus again because school by itself was just massive. That's a whole career by itself. So even though I was going part-time, I've been going part-time for 3.5 years, which is why you see there's a gap in issues for GI. I had been going for 3.5 years and been taking 2 classes at a time, one in the summer. But the thing was, I didn't need to take as many classes as I previously did for my first degree. So, yay. I'm so excited to be done with that. I started in, just for a frame of reference, so you guys understand this, I started in fall of 2016, and I just graduated May 2nd, 2020. So I'm so tired of going to school. I'm just like, I'm so ready to be done with this. And I did it. So, and I ended with a very good GPA. I had a 3.5 GPA overall, which was way better than my first time that I went through school. I ended with a 3.0 GPA, for journalism. So yeah, I think I did much better this time around. I was more focused. I had more patience with myself and took it a lot more seriously. I didn't really take that first degree seriously until probably about halfway through. And then it was like, oh, we really should probably get serious about this and stop screwing around and actually get this degree and finish. I finished on time the first time. And here I actually finished on time too, in terms of you're supposed to have, 3.5 years to do it, 4 years to do a degree, even though it was my second one and I didn't have nearly as many requirements, because I was taking it 2 classes at a time. That meant it was going to be about the same amount of time. So yeah, I'm done. So I have a bachelor's of science in accounting, and I have a bachelor's of arts in print journalism. So yes, I'm highly educated. Highly educated. So, hello, hey, how you doing? GI is back. So, what we plan to do is we've already finished, because I had started the issue and have been working on it in pieces. And once school wound down, I could start picking up again on GI and actually start working on it again as I had been. So, and of course, in the time that I hadn't been doing anything, I've forgotten all of my keyboard shortcuts, everything. I just completely blanked out on that stuff. So I had to reteach myself a little bit about InDesign, some things in Photoshop. Some things in Photoshop you're never going to forget. You're just going to know instinctively once you learn it how to do it. So I managed to get those things back up to speed. So we have finished the third quarter 2020 issue, and it will be up for upload July 3rd. I think that's a Friday. But we are anticipating uploading July 3rd. So that should be good. We should be back on track by then. As a matter of fact, I have finished the issue. I have finished the website update, and it has to go live July 3rd. So yeah, we're ready to go. We're actually we're ahead of schedule now. So I have a little bit more time to sit down and design things. In the time that I had been going to school and doing my accounting work, I have actually still been doing design and writing and editing. So I had been working on, and I designed because in our previous update I had mentioned that editor-at-large Brandon Beatty and I were supposed to get married in April, but of course, because of COVID-19, we had to postpone our wedding, which also messed with my graduation because we didn't have our actual graduation ceremony. It was virtually. So I had been anticipating changing my name within the issue, but I realized that wasn't going to happen probably about the beginning of March. And I just, like I said, I didn't have time with school getting put online completely and finishing that. I did not have time to make videos. I did not have time to do anything GI related really until after school wound down in April. So I have not changed my name in the issue. We had put it off. We put our wedding off until probably next year, same time. Hopefully we will be in a good spot. We will be able to do so, and I will change my name then. So you will start seeing my name in our issues as Editor-in-Chief Lyndsey Beatty. So that would be helpful. That would be very helpful if we could get through this and get on where we need to be. But like I say, we had a lot of stuff going on, but we had managed to finish that issue. So we are ready to go, and we are in a good spot. So, as far as updates, that's all I have about Gaming Insurrection for right now. I'm currently working on the new issue for fourth quarter 2020. I am starting the prep work and getting that pre-production started and getting ideas together. And actually, I've designed the inside page and the front cover. I've designed those two things. I did those yesterday. So, like I say, the benefit of having a lot of time here is that you can do this. As far as I know, and I can tell you, fourth quarter is going to be the Ghosts of Columbia Arcade's Past. This particular feature, to give you some background on it, this particular feature, we actually shot video and did pictures way back in 2014. And I know that's like a 6-year difference, but I had originally conceived of this centerpiece and this feature way back in 2014. And when I first moved back to Columbia from North Carolina, I had time because I had quit my job and I was working on GI until I could find a job here in Columbia. And be able to take care of GI Mama, the late GI Mama. So I had a couple of months there between when I moved back home and when I started my actual job that I got, and I'm still working now. I just celebrated my 6th anniversary, so that's how I know it's been 6 years. I started that feature then, and I said, well, now that I have some time, I'm not doing anything all day. I can work on GI. I can do whatever I want for the next couple of months. until I find this job and, get a decent paying job here. I decided I was going to go ahead and do that feature. So that's what I did. And I put it off to the side. I've saved it. I put it where I could easily get to it. And if I decided to add things or subtract things, I had the feature ready to go and off to the side. So it's there. And I went in yesterday and started adding more things, such as the front cover, the inside cover, and I've been looking at my photos, my videos. I took a lot of video for different places, and so we're ready to go with that. I just have to actually write the story. I did not write the story at the time. I just decided I was going to do that story when it came time for me to actually do it. So here we are. And I'd been putting it off, and then school happened. Once I got that job, there went that. And then I didn't have any time. I mean, I was still doing GI issues and all, but I didn't have time necessarily to sit down and do pre-production anymore. So then, of course, GI Mama passed away in 2015, so I took some time off then. Then I started school in 2016, so here we are. So yeah, we're ready to go with that, and we should be. I think this feature is going to be nice. I really like the front cover that I designed. It's very simple, very plain, but you know what it's about. You know what it's about. So yeah, I think this is going to be wonderful. I think this is going to be extremely good. And I think this is going to turn out really nicely. So, yeah, there's that. I think we will be on time after this. Like I say, I'm still working. I still have the same job that I got in 2014. I just celebrated my 6th anniversary there. So, I think at some point in the next year, whenever this pandemic dies down and hiring practices are back to normal, I will attempt to get a job in my field, in my new field. So, like I said, I don't think it should impact GI too much, not too much, because a new job is not nearly as intensive as, say, school. So, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the future of GI. I'm thankful that I can continue to do Gaming Insurrection and that I am able to pick up where I left off at and bring you guys content and videos and episodes of my series that I do for GI and for my other channels, but mostly for GI. I'm very thankful that I still have the skills that allow me to be able to do that, and allow me to be able to put my spin on things and put what I like to do out in the world. So, that being said, also, so you guys see my shirt. It says every warrior has a story. This is for the MK Encyclopedia project that I am a part of. A shout out to the MK Encyclopedia team, Uppercut Editions. The project lead is very awesome. I love him to death. I've never actually met him. I've just talked to him, a million times because I joined the team as an editor for Mortal Kombat related lore and ideas for the book that we're trying to get published. This is the team had shirts made, so I know you can't really see the bottom, and it says at Encyclopedia MK. And that at is at Twitter. It's our Twitter handle, Encyclopedia MK. I have it in our Twitter bio for Gaming Insurrection, that I am part of that team. So if you look me up and you look up Gaming Insurrection on Twitter, you can find Encyclopedia MK as well. But yeah, this shirt is awesome. It was designed by Twitter handle Esau 13. That's ESAU 13. Awesome artist, very awesome. I really want to like commission some stuff from him for Mortal Kombat and stick it all over our walls here in GI headquarters. I just don't, have time. I haven't had time to really sit down and do that, and money. So, but yeah, I am very, very, very happy to support the team and be a part of that project. Hopefully, we will know something in a little bit that would bode well for the future of our project. I am really in the background when it comes to the team and doing stuff with the team. I tend to just lurk and edit whatever they send me and send it back. It's the perks of being an editor. You learn about being in the background of things and not being visible. But I use my journalism skills and my 10-year career in journalism to help with editing and grammar and syntax and spelling and context. And also, I happen to be a huge Mortal Kombat fan, so I'm well aware of how that works and how how the lore is impacted by new games coming out and old games and clarifications from, say, John Tobias and Ed Boon, who are fairly active on Twitter. So that's an understatement. But they are, I try to keep up with that sort of thing because there's new information coming out. This game series is 25 years old, and there's still new information coming out. There's still new games coming out. So we just, as a matter of fact, had Aftermath was released. And so MK11 Aftermath. So, of course, I had to play through that and get the second part of that story and get a little bit more understanding of that story and to help with the project. So, because I, of course, own MK11 for various reasons. Mostly of which because I love Mortal Kombat and also because I'm on this team. So I kind of have to know what's going on. I need to, be up to date and current on things. And though I have a dislike, and I won't say it's a intense dislike, but it's a pretty strong dislike of the 3D era. I'm more of an old school Mortal Kombat player, as you guys have seen with various videos that I've done with Gaming Insurrection. I tend to deal with Mortal Kombat 1 through 3, Ultimate, and Trilogy. I do not care for 4 through probably 8. I own those games in some way, shape, or form, but they don't appeal to me. There's a lot going on with 3D era that I was not comfortable with. I didn't like the new style and changes. However, I still love Mortal Kombat, so I'm going to cut it some slack. And I've grown to appreciate some of the later games beyond 3. So I'm not as harsh on it as I used to be, because I see where they were going with the ideas. And they had to kind of go in that direction. There really wasn't any other direction that they could have taken it. So in hindsight, now that I'm a little bit older and I understand decisions a little bit better, I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to 3D Mortal Kombat. I'm not nearly as down on it as I used to be in terms of, new school versus old school. So, and I actually like current day Mortal Kombat. I actually like 9 through 11, even though I'm going to be honest with you guys, they have beat that time travel story to death now. It's time to let that go. Please do not reboot Mortal Kombat yet again and use time travel as some type of device for this. Please don't do that. Y'all have rebooted this story like 4 times at this point. Goodness. It's time to let that go. I get what they're trying to tell you is that there is going to be Mortal Kombat, and this is the whole point of Mortal Kombat, very briefly. The whole point that they're trying to tell you is that Mortal Kombat exists in multiple realities. There is always going to be a Mortal Kombat in any reality that you come across. So all of these different reboots, 1 through 3, that was a timeline. 4 through 8 is a timeline. 9 is a reboot. So that's where they kind of establish without telling you outright like they do in 11 that 9 is basically a rerun of 1 through 3. Okay. X, Mortal Kombat X is 4 redone. Okay. 11 is basically 5 through 8. It's gonna be 5 through 8. It's Armageddon. So, or 7, I guess. 7 would be Armageddon. I'm sorry. So 5 through 7 is Armageddon. So notice that there are trilogies here. 4 kind of weird. 4 is weird in that there are 4 through 7. I guess would comprise a trilogy, even though that's 4 games. 4, 5, 6, and 7. So yeah, that's 4 games. But it's a quadrilogy. I don't know. It's 4 games. Let's put it that way. So, but what they're telling you is in 11, basically all 11 is telling you is every time you've played through a trilogy or a quadrilogy of games, it's been a timeline of Mortal Kombat. So, 1 through 3 was a timeline. And you'll notice 9 changes at the end. 9 tells you that it's 1 through 3, basically. It repeats the events of 1 through 3, but then at the end of 9, everything changes. And then it's another version of 4. Okay? Then 10 is another version of 4. So it leads into 10. So 10 is basically a redo of 4. So it's just like, okay, I get it. There are multiple realities of Mortal Kombat. That's basically what they're telling you. Mortal Kombat is going to exist in any reality where there's people. That's pretty much what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, they tell you in a scene in MK11 between Raiden, because Raiden realizes that he's done this before. He's fought Liu Kang in every version of his fight with Liu Kang in every timeline. He fights Liu Kang. Liu Kang says, if you must die, then so be it. So then he fights Liu Kang. Liu Kang dies. Restart. So, and he tells you that they've been pitted against each other since the time immemorial. There's always been a version of Raiden. There's always been a version of Liu Kang. So, Kronika, who's the boss, the antagonist of MK11, has rebooted time so many times. She tells Raiden, do you not realize that we've had this conversation multiple times? We've had this conversation so many times I've lost count. And I'm like, well, damn, Kronika. Well, damn. So, but I realized, oh, wait, that's how they're going to explain all of these reboots and telling you that, oh, okay, 1 through 3 was a set of games, then 4 through 7 was a set of games, and you can kind of sort of keep in there MK versus DC universe. There's hints that it's part of the canon, and that it's canon, but kind of not. But certain characters make reference to it. And also during that flashback where you see Raiden fighting Liu Kang, there's a Easter egg of MK versus DC Universe in one of the flashbacks where they're flashing back through all of the different times that they fought each other. So yeah, there's that. So you kind of have to figure that out too. So yeah, this is why this team, me telling all of you this is why this team is so important and why we need an encyclopedia. We need one because There needs to be some type of encyclopedia that is sanctioned and allowed and approved for pulling all this lore together and saying, hey, this is the official guide to understanding Mortal Kombat. When you start talking about multiple realities, you need to have something that says, MK, this is the official MK lore. This is the official guide. This is your Bible. This is what you go by. When you start talking about Mortal Kombat, this is what you go by. This is what our characters look like. This is because there's 90 plus characters here. This is what we have said is the official story of Mortal Kombat. That's why this encyclopedia is so important, and why letting WB know and letting NetherRealm Studios know, hey, we support this encyclopedia. This is why, because y'all need a Bible, and these people are out here putting this together. They're spending their own time, their money, okay, to do something that is a labor of love to show that Mortal Kombat has survived for 25 years, mind you, because this is year 25. No, this is year 25 for the movie, but it's been around actually more than 25 years at this point. This is why this is important. Okay, Mortal Kombat is actually, now that I think about it, Mortal Kombat's almost been around for 30 years. So that's why I'm like, come on now, we need this encyclopedia. We need it to be official. We need the support. So support us. Go on Twitter, like I say, Encyclopedia MK. Support us. Show your support, and get behind a very good project that is very necessary. And I'm not saying this just as a Mortal Kombat fan, which I am, huge. But I'm also saying this as somebody who is very much a stickler for official lore and canon and all. I'm very, very much a stickler for that. So yes, I would like to see this take off. I would like to see this be officially recognized and be the official product. Listen, I'm willing to quit whatever job I got to go do this officially if that's what it comes to. So I'm prepared to do that. So yeah, support the Encyclopedia MK team. Just show us your love. That's all I'm asking. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will be back later with more content, more videos, hopefully another episode getting you guys up to date once this new quarter goes live. That would be great. Keep an eye out for us. We'll be around and we'll be a little bit more active on Twitter and on Facebook. We should be a little bit more active coming up. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.